Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, students. Welcome back. October 25 and 31 variant. You can see clearly and complete pure 3 paper. We are going to start. And the first question he is asking here to exact value of this in this form. So let's try to do it. And before I start, I tell you, I have discussed many times with you, but repeat again. L-A-T-E, late. And I am late. I stand for inverse function. L stand for logarithm function. A stand for algebra. T stand for trigonometry. E stand for exponential. So when you have these functions from top to down, top is V function, down is U function. So this is a rule of integration. So, but thing is, when you have only logarithm available, I will introduce here logarithm of 3x times to 1. I introduce myself. Basically, this is algebra. So I can tell you clearly that 1 I will deal as a V, and x logarithm I'll deal as a U. Sorry, U. Okay, and basically top function whatever is V, down function is U. So algebra come on top and logarithm comes down. So V and U, very clear idea. So now student, I'm applying the formula, but before I start, I show a formula once again. UV integration, what is the criteria? U copy integration of V minus a big sign of integral and dx, again integration of V, multiply differentiation of U. So let's try to apply. So U copy. So I'm writing now here ln 3x copy. Now V integration, so 1 integration I am writing like this, minus a big sign of integral, so like this, bracket opens, bracket ends, dx. And this copy paste, I mean integration of 1 d will be here into differentiation of logarithm of 3x. So let's try to solve it. Log of 3x as it is. What is 1 integration? All of you know x. Again x. And what is the logarithm of 3x? Full function will go in denominator. So this 3x goes down and its derivative in the numerator. So 3 and dx. And 3 cancel out and x cancel out. And I'm getting here x log of 3x and minus 1 dx. So I think all people understanding what is going on. And this formula I'm going to erase now because you understood well. So now last step, then I'm going to plug in the limits, and indication of 1 is x. Limit is 1 to 2. And we have to give in a special form what he is asking for. So let's try to do that form. So first plug in 2 everywhere. So 2 ln 6 minus 2. Upper limit done. Now replace 1 everywhere. So I'm writing here 1 ln 3 and minus 1. So is question over? Not at all. 2 ln 6 minus 2 minus ln 3 plus 1. And our main target is this form, a plus ln b. All right, this is format is my job to okay. So thing is, we need a single logarithm. So this 3 and 6. But this any number before logarithm, no number. So here no, but here we have a number before logarithm. So 2 will go in the power. I can say log of 6 to power 2 and minus log of 3. And this negative 2 and plus 2 will give us minus 1. And this is 6 square is 36. And you know, whenever negative sign come in the middle, students, we can say that this up and this down. So we can divide. So 36 by 3 and minus 1. And finally, I got log of 12 minus 1. I hope, but he said no, this format we need. So we have to rearrange minus 1 before and plus log of 12 later. This is a value, though he did not ask to find. Let me check. He did not ask to find but if he asks us, we can say A is negative 1, then B is 12. I hope so. The concept of the question number 1 is completely over. So question number 2, students, we have now show that equation this can be written in quadratic form or in x. So we have to write it means log should be cancelled, as he said. So first of all, you can see here, so this is a log of log base 4 of 2x plus 1. But what about this 2 now? 2. It will go in the power of that. So I can say log of 4 and 3x minus 1 to power 2. Now this is done. But thing is interesting. Here log of 4, here log of 4 done. So but this number is not with log. And how to convert in log? So, students, I just tell you one thing. For example, this is a 5. We can write 5 into 1, and we can write, let me write once again. Okay. You can focus here. Here I can write ln e. ln e is 1, or in case of log. So I will write log of 10 is also 1. You can check in calculator. Log of 10 is also 1 with the 10 base. But here we need a base 4. So what to do in this condition, sir? So condition is if here 4 base, here 4. Log of 4 base index 1 is 1. So this is basically 1 because properties was if index and base same, this answer is 1. So this 5 will go on the power. So we can say here log of 4 base 4 to power 5. I hope so point is very clear. Now I'm going to replace, but problem is now we have a 2. Then what to do? Same story we can write. So I'm going to do it now here. 2 like a 2 is equal to 2 into 1. And I can introduce this log of 4 base 4 and 2 will go in the power. When 2 go in the power, we got a 4 to power 2, 16. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, I believe you understood well how I have converted. So this I'm going to change this negative 2. I am going to write here logarithm of 4, basically 4 to power 2. And later on it turns to be 16. Okay, if I'm writing here 4 to power 2. Now due to negative sign, these two values will divide. And I'm writing now logarithm of 4 base and 3x minus 1 whole square divided by 16. And here I'm writing log of 4 base into 2x plus 1. And log 4 cancel from both sides. And he was asking us to give in a quadratic equation. Okay, so now thing is, can we leave it here because it did not mention, but best idea is simplify maximum. How we can simplify? 16 multiplied there, 16 to the 32. 6 over 16 here, expanding squaring identity. First term square, 2 into first term, second term, and plus second term square. So 3x comes here, 3x, 1, and 1. And I'm getting 9x to power 2, and here 6x and plus 1, 32x and plus 16. So I'm writing here equal to 9x squared. This goes there, and 32 and 6, 38. So this becomes, students, negative 38, negative 38x. And this goes there, I get negative 15, negative 15. So I think up till here, the point is very clear. And now I shift 0 on the other side. So I will get a exact format, this one. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, first part is completely over. And second part, he's saying solve this one. So basically, I tell you one thing, if this equation and this format are same, so if I say solve this equation, means solve this equation. So I'm going to solve now. So how to solve now? I'm going to apply quadratic formula, and formula is negative b plus and minus b square minus 4a into c by 2a. You may ask questions, sir, can I escape this step? No. Minimum this step is required to show. After this, you can use calculator and give direct answer, no problem at all. And I'm doing it now here. Even I'm using the calculator by mode function, and I'm going to type in my calculator 9, negative 38, and negative 15. My first answer is turned to be in a, did he ask exact? Not exact. So I'm writing is 3SF negative 0.363. Second answer is giving us, and that answer is turned to be 4.585. So 9 comes. And now check it again, because we have a negative answer. Now check it, are they allowed to put a not? For example, if I plug in this value here, let's try to do it. 2 times 2 negative 0.363 and plus 1, which will give you negative value. And you know very well log of negative value is undefined. Undefined. So this I will ignore. This I will ignore. Okay. And this is my required answer. And I hope so. The concept of the question is completely clear. Question number 3, I'm starting now. And he said R form. This is called R form. How to do it? So this completely expression. But first of all, I will simplify this one. How to simplify? Check it. 3 root 2 and fundamental sine. Sine fundamental is what? Sine first angle, cos 45 plus cos x and sine 45. And plus cos is also available there. You can see outside. Now we have to replace. So what, first of all, what is a 45? So sine 40, cos 45 is root 2 over 2. Even sine 45 is root 2 over 2. You can check in calculator. Okay, all right. Now this is a, if it multiply inside, so root 2 become 2 and that 2 cancel out. And I got a 3 sine x. Again, root 2 become 2 and that 2 cancel lower 1 and we get again 3. So 3 cos x, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. So now I'm writing here. So 3 sin x come from here and 3 plus 1, we get a 4 cos x. And this completely equals to this R form. And cos form is, R. What is the cos form? In sine, when you open the sine come first, then cos and sine, alternate ways. But when apply the cos, okay, first value come cos and then later both become sine. So I think your point is very clear. And now I'm going to I'm going to apply. How to apply? Have a look. So cos x, cos alpha, opposite sign of it, I mean plus, and basically like this. So sine x and sine alpha. But students, this r will multiply here and here. So I'm saving my time and I'm removing this both brackets. So removing both brackets, so r will multiply and will become this form. Let me show you this r form. Now I'm going to compare both sides. When I compare both sides, students, so sine x gone from here, sorry, 1 minute please. Sine x gone from here and sine x gone from here. So r sine alpha is equal to 3. So I'm writing here r sine alpha is equals to 3. Okay, cos x, this cos x compared r cos alpha equal to 4. So I'm getting r cos alpha is equal to 4. Equation 1, equation 2. And if I square them and add them, 1 square and 2 square, because I know sine square plus cos square is 1. I'm going to show one time r square sine square alpha plus r square cos square alpha is equal to 3 square and 4 square. So I'm writing here 3 square plus 4 square. What is common from here? R square common. What left inside? Sine square plus cos square is give you 1. So I'm writing only r square. And here 25. So I'm getting here plus and minus 5. But he said here r must be positive. Okay. So I'm getting 5 here. This is done. Now I'm looking for the alpha. This plug in it here or here. I plug in 1. So plug in 1. So when I plug in 1, so 3 sine, sorry, r time is, so 5 times sine alpha equal to 3. Alpha is equal to sine inverse 305. And let me check. So, and when I type in and make sure, degree mode, because we are using degree mode. So sine inverse 305, and we are getting 36.869. And did he mention anything here? Not mentioned. Not mentioned. I will take 1 dp. If I take 1 decimal place, it becomes 36.9 degree. And we have to convert in this form. So we are bound to write. What bound to write? R form. R is what? 5, then cos, then theta. Let me check theta. no, x minus alpha. So 36.9. So this is my conversion. I hope so. The point is very clear. And we have done the first part. And let's talk about the second part on the next page. Most probably it is connected. So I am going to copy. Most probably connected. So yes, let me check once again. Yeah, what important part? So that is why go back. And one thing I want to help you. This is a very important, because as a teacher, I know that sometimes students get issues. So that is why take a look here. Basically, I'm writing this complete equation from on the top. So I am writing this completely. This is what, let me check, 3 root 2 in a bracket sine x plus 45 and plus cos x. So if I take this one and cut from here and paste here. So basically this one. So if you look at carefully, students, we have done it. And this equation, we have done it. So proving it is approved for, or you can say, and this whole expression, I'm going to copy and I'm pasting the next page. And I hope so now, inshallah, you will understand why I'm using this. So this is say by part A. Okay, interesting part. If you compare left side with the left side, check please again. I let me zoom for you. If you compare left side with this left side, what do you find difference? See, cos single x, cos 3 theta. Here x plus 45, here 3 theta. Basically, he replacing every single x by 3 theta. So it means that, first of all, I'm copying the top equation. So, or a short story, I can say, tell you the left hand side completely replaced by the same thing, but I'm writing 5 cos, but not single x, because due to the double theta, I must write here 3 theta. This is a most important step of the question. And now he's asking 0 to 180 degree. It means first two quadrant we have to find only. I have taken this complete angle as a alpha, and I will take cos inverse 4 upon 5. And if I take cos inverse 4 upon 5, so it gives me what? It give me 36.9 degree. But hold on, I'll make a cross, and cos is a negative, because see, negative sign. Negative in second, and this one. This is out of range, but chances are there. How come? Because it's 3 theta. And when 3 will divide, a bigger value becomes smaller value. And which answer is not in the range will become in the range. So I will not ignore this one. Okay. So let's start now. This angle 36.9 and this angle 36.9 I got from here. Now I'm writing now. Now I'll bring this whole angle down, which is a 3 theta minus 36.9. Hold on, equal to first angle is 180 minus this. I'm writing here 180 minus this. Second is 180 plus. So I'm getting 180 plus 36.9. Okay, now this angle will add in both. Okay, so when add, for example, this add and divide by 3, then add and divide by 3. So let's see what answer is turned to be. So I'm going to show you properly so you can understand. 180 minus 36.9 plus 36.9 and divide by 3. This cancel out and we got a 60 degree. Second, 180 plus 36.9 and plus 36.9 and divide by 3. And when you type in calculator, we are getting answer 84. We are getting 84.6. 84.6. Just sake of third answer, we're checking. We're checking how, whenever we go for second cycle. So what we do always, we add 360 in both. So if I add 360 in the first answer, so let me check what happens. This I added 360 in this. And now how I can solve? This will go and add and divide by 3. Divide by 3. This cancel out and I got a 540. 540 because 360 plus 180, 540 divided by 3, I get 180. And that is exactly equal. But he said This is a less than 180 degree, not equal. If equal is there, I am bound to take this third angle. Okay, I hope so clear. So this is out of range. This is out of range, so I will not take. So we getting two answers only. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I hope so. The concept of the question is complete. Question number 4, we are starting. The graph shows a curve, this one, and less than pi by 4, you can see less than pi by 4. A point of maxima we have given, and at point of maxima, one point important, and that is differentiation equal to 0. And we're looking for the x coordinate of this. So step number 1, we have to differentiate. Step number 2, put derivative equal to 0. But here we have two functions that are multiplying, so UV formula. So how we can do product formula, U copy V dash, V copy U dash. So let's start. So dy over dx. Before I start, I just may tell you what is a exponential differentiation. All of you know e to power, for example, 4x. What is derivative of this? What is differentiation of this? So first the whole thing copy into power derivative. Same story here. So let's try to do it. So I'm writing e to power sine 2x. I'm copying it. I'm copying it as it is. Multiply derivative of cos here. I'll do step by step. Plus cos 4x copy here into the, look, once again. Exponential copy, cos derivative, cos copy, exponential derivative. So 1 by 1. What is cos derivative? And that you must know negative sine 4x into angle derivative. So this 4 come from angles derivative. And what about this one? So this will go here. First of all, full exponential copy as it is. And multiply what? Multiply powers derivative. And sine derivative is cos double x. Again, we are missing one thing. What is that? Angle. So into 2. Repeat my words. First of all, exponential function completely copy, power derivative here, and then angle derivative is here. So I think now you're understanding well. I kept derivative 0, and what is common from both students? We can see clearly e to power sine double x common, and here 4 and here 2. I will take 2 also common from here. So what left from here, student? Let's decide. Out of 4, 2 gone, 2 left. So negative 2 sine 4x. Okay, what about this whole thing? So this 2 gone and this 2 gone. So these two values left behind inside. So I can say here plus cos 4x into cos double x. But let me check once again and then I will continue. Hold on. Exponential copy, sine cos derivative, cos copy, and this derivative. Yes, up till here, no confusion. Okay, student, after this, what to do? Either this part equal to 0 or the whole part equal to 0. I repeat my words, this whole part equal to 0. So I will do one by one. So first of all, 2 e to power sine double x is equals to 0, which is not possible. You may ask why not possible. I just tell you what the reason behind. Z2 will 0 become 0. And if I want to bring power down, I have to take log. And log of both sides, log of 0 is infinity. That is why it is not possible. So that is why I'm writing it is not possible. So this is done. So let's talk about the second part. So negative 2 sine 4x plus cos 4x and cos double x equal to 0. Here we have a main part of the question is hidden here. Because basically we have the four angle. This is at 4 and double. So we have to convert into same angle. So let's see how we can do it. But first of all, I think is easier to convert it this 4 easily. And we have a formulas. Let me write it here. Sine 2a is basically 2 sine a into cos a. Let me tell again, this double A, half angle here, half angle here. This means that if we have a 4A, will 2A and 2A. So I'm going to write finally here, if I can show you, so this I can break, and I'm writing over here what? 2 sine 2x cos 2x. And rest two values remain as it is, equal to 0. Now, what is common? Can you see cos double, same or not, students? Yes, I will take common out. If I take common out, students, so cos double x, common out, what left from here? -4 sine double x and plus cos 4x. Okay, now as we have converted that one, I have to convert this also. So better to do together. Better to do together. Okay, students, let's try together. So what is the other formula for other one? Other formula is, let me drag because I need a space to write. That is why. Okay, attentive, please. We have cos double formulas, two formulas, cos double, two, cos, three form. Basically, we have single a minus 1 and one formula. I'm writing 1 minus 2 sine square a. So I will check it which is possible, and again same criteria, half angle here, half angle comes here. So so if I can do this thing, I think you take common out, no problem. I can do step by step, no problem. So cos double x common, what left? -4 sine double x plus cos 4x equals to 0. Again, I will say this equal to 0 and this is equal to 0, one by one. And that is why he given 2 pages here to solve. And I'm writing here -4 sine double x plus cos 4x equal to 0. Now, check it. Is this possible? Make sure our answer should be less than pi by 4. Okay? And if I take a cos inverse for your understanding, cos 0 is where? Pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2. So I will write pi by 2. If I write a pi by 2, students, so it is not possible. Why not possible? It will give us pi by 4. And look on top, please. Look on top. This is a pi by 4. So if this is a pi by 4, so this value cannot be pi by 4. So it is not possible. So I am just ignoring it. So x cannot be equal to, so I'm ignored. So one part left only. How to deal with that? Now, student, we have a sign already available. Can I use the lower formula? You ask why reason? What is the reason behind? Because I have sign already available. So I think this is a better approach. So I'm writing -4 sine double x. In the place of this, I'm using this one. So 1 minus 2 sine square double x equal to 0. See again, repeat. What is the basic criteria? Whatever angle half comes here. So here 4x becomes double x. Reorder 2 sine square 2x plus 4 sine 2x minus 1 equal to 0. I hope so you understood very well how I got this equation. Now I'm going to simplify, and 2 ones are 2. I think factorization not possible. I have to apply quadratic formula. And I'm writing here sine double x. So let me erase it because I don't want to go on next page. I want to simplify here. So this I drag back, and here I'm just writing not possible, and apply formula -4 plus and minus b square minus 4a into c over 2a. Okay, and I'm going to use the calculator and get the answer. And okay, so first value a is 2, b value is 4, and c value is -1. And I'm getting here two answers of sine double x. First is -2.22, which is not possible. And second is coming with me is 0.224. This is possible. Why this not possible, students? You know very well, in case of sine and cos, highest value +1, lowest value -1. In the middle possible, but above and below not possible. This is more than less than 2. So this is not possible. So we have to find this only. So take sine inverse of this. So I am taking sine inverse and degree mode. So sine inverse 0.224. My answer is coming with me is 1 to wait a minute, let me check. 12 is degree or radian mode? Yeah, radian mode. So we are bound to convert into radian mode. So when I take a sine inverse, I am getting here 0.2259. And this answer divided by 2. Y divided by 2 goes down. And finally, we got 0.113. Why 3 I'm writing? Because if you go and check, it's a 3SF and I'm rounding 3SF. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, I believe the point of the topic is very clear. This was a little bit difficult, but you must have a good command on especially trigonometry. Okay, I hope so. The point is question number 5, students. We are doing now a shaded region. An Argand diagram shows a point representing complex numbers Z, and he mentioned that the shaded region is bound by circle and a line. And write two inequalities. Find two inequalities in terms of Z for defined region. So we have to write region for it. Common sense, I taught you before, even this line is very easy to do it. For example, you always start from here. What is equation of the real axis? So you say imaginary Z is equals to 0. And this is imaginary Z equal to 1, -1. Imaginary is equal to -2. But what about this one, y-axis? It's called real of Z is equal to 0. What this called real of Z equal to 1. What about this real of Z equal to 2? So I'm writing now here real of Z is equal to 2. But he said more, shaded is more. So first part is very clear. We got a real of Z is more than equal to 2. So one inequality we found. Now he's asking for second one. Second one is so we have circle, and circle formula, you know it very well, Z minus A plus iota B and less than equal to radius. So what is A and B? So basically center of circle. What is center of circle here? So this is coordinates are x is 1 and y -2. So 1 will come in the place of A and this go in the place of B, and radius we can see here 2. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, this is not a hard job even to do it. Z minus 1 and -2 iota and less than equal to 2. So this is my answer of the second part. Let me check. Yeah, correct. Okay. Okay, this is okay. Now, next part. Calculate the least value of argument Z points that in a region. There are many points we have. Many points are there. Many points. Okay, what is the least argument? And as we go, this is 0. Okay, as we go more in negative, so answer becomes smaller. That is naturally. So we have which point is this point is a because he's asking here a least value of argument, least value. So is a least value? No. Okay, because bigger negative will be least value. Make sure. If I point this one is a bigger value, no, we have to find more. What about this point? Yeah, bigger. So what about this point? Bigger, but the biggest point, which is the highest angle with x-axis downwards, the below x-axis is this point. This point. So it means I will draw a line from here, and this angle is my job to find it. Now, question comes how to do it. So get ready. One point is very clear. At this point, you have to label P, and x coordinate is very clear 2, and y coordinate I don't know. I don't know y coordinate. Okay, so how to find y coordinate? Is this point lies on circle equation? Yes. And circle equation we have done in previous lectures. X minus a whole square plus y minus b whole square equal to r square. This is complex format. This equation of circle for complex numbers. But this equation of circle not complex numbers by the simple Cartesian form. Okay. So what is the center of circle? A comes from here 1 and B comes from here -2. So I'm writing now x -1 and y negative into negative give us positive. And I believe you people understanding well. And radius is 2. Okay. Now, as you know, at this point, x value 2 lies on it. You say that P lies on it. So I'm going to replace every x by 2. So when I put 2 here, 2 minus 1, 1 square give us 1. And y plus 2 whole square equals to 4. And this 1 goes there, we get a 3. So basically we're getting a y plus 2 whole square, space maybe problem. So I'm writing 3. So take a root of the both side. I will get what? Positive and negative root 3. But thing is, we have two values are getting. One answer is coming positive root 3, negative 2, and second is positive root 3, negative root 3, negative 2. Because one thing is very clear, this is a point Q, which is this one. This is a Q, and this is a P. I think point is very clear. So coordinates are very clear, students. This coordinate turned to be here. So if we compare, we need this triangle. Can you see this triangle, students? Yes, this triangle I'm going to use and finding this angle. So let's try to do it. And now I'm going to make this diagram even here. So triangle this is a 2, and this coordinate is negative root 3 and negative 2. You can see from here. And this angle I'm looking for. So tan theta is equal to tan inverse and opposite by adjacent. Okay, and I'll get the angle and angle. Let me check here what answer I'm getting here. And it did not bound us radian or degree mode, so no problem at all. And if I check it in radian mode, I type in calculator tan inverse negative 3 by 2 negative over 2. So negative 1.08 after rounding 3 SF. Radian always 3 SF and degree always 1 dp. There's a rule. There's a rule we have. And in degree is coming with us. If I convert in calculator degree mode, so negative 61.8 is 1 dp. I hope so. The point is very clear. So this part was a little tricky, especially the part below. And we have done it. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Concept is very clear. Question number 6, we have now solved the quadratic equation, this one. If I ask you, we have to convert in this form. If I ask myself, what is A? A value is 2 plus iota. What is B? B value is 4. And what is C? C value is completely including 2 minus iota. Now I'm going to apply quadratic formula, but don't write Z because the W use complex number, so I will write W here. Mostly we write Z here. So negative B plus and minus B square minus 4A C divided by 2A. So I think the point is very clear, 2A. Now how to do this one further? Negative 4 plus and minus. Here, very important criteria. A plus B times to A minus B. Whenever, basically, when you have a square minus B square, when you factorize, so in the bracket, whatever the values, one time plus and one time minus. And when you multiply them, you get a back this one. So basically, I just show one example. X plus 2 into X minus 2. If I multiply, what I will get? X square of X and square of 2. So get this one answer. So same process, I'm doing it now here. Two choices, you multiply like this, full working, or you can write like this. Hold on, I show you. Square of 2 comes and minus sign always and square of iota. If you are confused, I tell you the other way. Other way is simple, multiply 2 2s are 4, 2 into iota, iota into 2, iota square. So no problem at all. Both are okay. And I'm okay. If you like, I think maybe some students are confused. So I'm doing the other way. Maybe you'll feel easy that way. So I'm writing now 2 2s are 4 and negative 2 iota plus 2 iota and negative iota square. This is cancel out. You see, what same answer comes. So afterwards, negative 4 plus and minus inside, I got a 16 and negative 4 in the bracket, I got a 4 and iota square is a negative 1 and negative positive. So I got a 1 from here, 1 plus 4, 5. And I'm writing 5 4s are 20. So I got a 20 like this over 2 times 2, 2 plus, I'll recheck again. This is a negative 1, negative positive. I've got a 5 4s are 20, correct. So what I'm getting further, students, is a very clear. So I got negative 4 inside the root. Two plus iota. Now what I can do further, that is why 5 marks. So I can say here, this is a 2, I break in 2 portion here. So negative 4 root, I can say here negative sorry, 4 alone and minus 1 alone. Here 2 iota. So I can write here 2 iota. So here I can take 2 common from top. I got negative 2 plus and minus iota, and that 2 and this 2 cancel out. I get this kind of format. And now, students, what to do onwards? Onwards, I will break in two parts. W is equals to negative 2 negative 2 plus iota over 2 plus iota. And second answer I'm getting here negative 2 negative iota plus 2 plus iota. So it is very clear, if I take negative common from top, I will get what? 2 plus iota and 2 plus iota, and they will cancel, and we get minus 1, sorry. Minus 1 means negative 1 plus 0 iota, because he said convert into complex number format. I think clear, but we can leave in this form as well, no problem at all. Now, what about this question, students? What to do? Can I stop it here? No, we have rationalization process, change the sign of this and multiply up and down. Numerator and denominator I talk about. Okay, what about this? I can say here, same story I can do. I can apply this criteria or I can multiply them. So I'm applying this formula, 2 square and minus iota square. And upper part, I got what? Negative 4 and plus 2 iota plus 2 iota. Let me check again. And minus iota square. Okay. And after this, what is the next plan? And down 2 square 4, and this is a minus 1. So I got a 4 because iota square, students, we have a iota square give us minus 1. And minus 1 is plus, I got a 5. I got a 5 in denominator. So this is a minus plus, and I got a negative 3. I got a negative 3 and plus 4 iota. So I got a final form. You can stop here, or negative 3 over 5 plus 4 over 5 iota. This is a better form which we have wrote now. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I hope so. The concept of the question is completely clear. Question number 7 is a parametric equation of curves. We have given x and y. We have given two equation parameter given. So first of all, and he asking dy over dx. So basically, I can show you chain rule formula. What is the chain rule formula? I'm looking for dy over dx. So dy over dx. I will write two fractions. Let me zoom for you can understand from here. So I will write two fractions. So first, look at now. This will come in the first numerator. This will go in second denominator. And dt comes here and dt comes here. This is always same. So this is a whole planning. Let's try to reach the planning. So first of all, dx by dt. What is t squared differentiation? 2t. And what is the logarithm differentiation? The whole function will go in denominator 2t plus 1. And this derivative is 2 and this derivative is 0. So I'm getting basically 2 plus 0. And same approach. So what is the next process? Can I leave it here? Not at all. I will take LCM. And 2t plus 1 is LCM. This completely multiply with that. Okay, I can say I got a 4t and plus 2t. Let me check. No. 4t square. Let me check again. 4t square plus 2t and negative 2. And let me check finally. LCM is 2t plus 1 and 2t plus 1, 4t square and plus. Yes, correct. So this is clear, okay? So let's talk about next one. So now I'm going for this one. Can I differentiate directly? Yes, I can do quotient rule. dy, or sometime we cannot decide from here. We have to do second process as well. So let's try to do the second one. So here I have to apply quotient rule. Quotient rule says, so square of denominator, which is squared copy, and derivative of numerator 1, and then d copy into 2. So this is done. So I'm going to simplify, or I think I can do 2t plus 1, negative 2t cancel. I got 2t plus 1 whole square. And I got finally 1 over 2t plus 1 whole square. And this dy over dx, I think this part is not hard up till here. Now, what is the next process? Next process, he is asking here, I think we have to, first of all, right, this is the final form is done, I think, correct. Now I'm going to plug in both parameters back in equation. So when I plug in both equations back in the parameters, so let's see what happens then. So by chain rule, I can do directly so you can understand, students. And in terms of t, he's asking, okay, dy over dx, dy over dx is equals to, so dy over dt is this one. Sorry, dy over dt is this one. So I am writing this as it is, 1 over 2t plus 1 whole square. And let me check finally, it is, okay. And times 2. What is the times 2, students? So dt by dx, this is a dx by dt. So flip this one. Flipping means 2t plus 1 keeping up, and 4t square plus 2t and negative 2 down. And you can see, student, is a totally match, only the power. This is a power cancel out, and we get a final form from here. Not a final, I think so. Let me check. Yeah, it is going to final 2 times t plus 1. And here, so I think so. Maybe if you leave it here, no problem. But can you factorize or not? Check it. 4 2s are 8. 4 2s are 8. And 4 2s are 8. It works. So better to don't give a chance to examiner to cut marks. So we can factorize. Factorization, 40 common, I got a t plus 1, and negative 2 common, I got t plus 1. So this is a 2t plus already available with us. Here, I got a t plus 1 and 4t minus 2. So final form, which I'm getting here, and 2 common from here. 2 common from here. And I'm writing 1 over 2 times 2, 2t plus 1 from here, and t plus 1 from here. 2 con out. I can say I got a 2t. No, sorry, yeah, 2t minus 1. 2t minus 1. And I hope so the concept of the question is very clear. And let me check on top. 1 minute, please. Did he say simplify? Yeah, he said simplify the maximum. So we have to do simplify the maximum. I hope so the concept of question is. Question number 8, students, we are trying now, and we have a differential equation. You can see clearly. And again, it's a lot of algebra, a lot of logarithm in this kind of question. He said that y is 0, x is 0, first parameters, and second, given another parameter. It means naturally we are going to have two equations to get rid of the unknown constants k, and one c will be there. So find differential exact value of in case of this one. So step number 1, because step number 1, what is the rule? Cross multiply. Main objective is what? To separation of variables. Separation of variables. Okay, because I'm looking for y, so my job is to make a y subject. So y subject. So y subject. So I will bring all y's left side and all x right side. So it will go this way and it will go this way. So I'm writing here 1 over e to power 2y and dy and kx over x to power 2 plus 1 dx. Okay. So I think you understood very well why I have done this so. Because my main objective to keep all y values left side and all x values, including any constant, any number on the right side. Now I'm start integrating. So when I start integrating, students, what will happen? It will turn to be this form. It will go up. Here, constant you can bring outside, and x over x to power 2 plus 1 dx. Here, basic rule, we must know it, function derivative. If function in the denominator, its derivative available and power function is 1. So what is answer? Log of function. log of function. I believe you people understanding well. Now I can complete how to do it. So what is this derivative, student? 2x. Is 2 available? Not available. Multiply 2 and divide by 2. Upper 2 will go inside. So basically I get a 1k by 2 outside, and here I got 2x over x to power 2 plus 1 dx. Now I can integrate easily, and I'm sure you got the point why I have done so. So first this exponential as it is and divided by power derivative. Power means -2. So then what is the other side? Logarithm of x square plus 1 and plus c. Now we have to, students, do one by one x0 and y0. I'm going to replace x0 and y0. Do it very carefully. Y0 here, something to power 0 is 1. I got -half. Okay, k by 2 as it is. When I plug in x to power 0, so log of 1 is 0, full 0. It means this becomes 0, no need to waste time. And c value is -half. So which I'm going to plug in back in equation here. And so I'm going to copy this complete equation and pasting below to save the time. Just replace c by what? -half. So I think this part is clear. Now, students, second parameter given here, y is -half, y is -half, y is -half, x is 1. Let me check again. Yeah, I'm going to replace this parameters. Okay, when I plug in -half in the place this one. So this 2 cancel and negative positive, and I get a e by -2. Let me recheck because small mistake can give a problem. So negative cancel, 2 cancel, e to power 1, this one done. So when I plug in this one here, so I got a k by 2, I got a ln2, and minus half. Okay, now ultimately we have to make a multiply with a 2. So I got a negative e, I got a k time to log of 2, and I got a -1. Because basically I can see these twos I want to cancel, multiply 2, so get rid of that. So this will go there, and I can say 1 minus e equal to k ln2. And k value becomes ln2 divided by 1 minus e. So I hope so. I hope so up till the point is clear. And now I'm going to do the remaining part. So how do remaining part, students? So 1 minute. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to replace it. I'm going to replace it. And sorry. This is a reverse we have to do because this is going down, not that going up. So 1 minus e over ln2. Okay, done. And now I'm going to replace back in this one. So put in 1. So when I put in 1, I got negative ey to power -2y over -2, and k, this value goes here. Okay, already this is a 2 available there down. So 2 will multiply with a log 2. So I get a 1 minus e over 2 ln2. And logarithm of x to power 2 plus 1 -half. Now, students, rather than do any other process, I replace each x by √3. I replace each x by √3. And I'm trying to find it the further process. Okay, and let me check, is any other page available? Yes, we have available page other, so we can continue there because I need a lot of space. So I think I will start the rest part on other page. So copy, a lot of work to be done here. All right, so this is a clear, students, and I'm going to replace it. So let's start. So when I replace this is as it is, so this is also as it is. When √3 come inside, so root and square cancel out, we get a 3 plus 1 4. So ln4. Now, student, what to do? ln4 we have, and first of all, you can see this one. We have to, because let me see, he's asking exact answer. So we need exact answer. How we can find exact here? First of all, okay, ln4, ln2. We can get rid of it. How we can get rid of it? So 1 minus e as it is. What is ln4? Can I write this 4 like a 2? 2 to power 2? Yes, we can say. And 2 ln2. So this 2 will go down and we can say same thing we got it. 1 minus e 2 ln2 by 2 ln2. So this is completely cancel out and we can say that e to power negative 2y over negative 2, I got a 1 minus e and minus half. So I think up till here it is a very clear. Now students, what to do? Multiply. This 2 is disturbing. Multiply with the whole equation with the negative 2. So I got e to power negative 2y. So negative 2, positive 2e, and positive 1. Let me recheck. Uh, negative 2, okay, negative, positive 2 cancel. Yeah, correct. So I am getting this and this will convert into 2e minus 1. So now student, I have to get rid of this power. I have to bring it down. So take log of both sides. When I take log of both sides, students, it turns to be 2e minus 1. So this will go down due to log property. So negative 2y into log of e, and log of e is 1. So this is a 1. I got negative 2a and ln of 2e minus 1. And 2 will divide. And alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. So we got exact form what he was asking for. I hope so. The concept of the question is completely clear. Question number 9, students, we are by sketching a suitable pair of graphs. Show this equation has one root between this interval. And what is the method? We will do it here. Okay, we'll take this kind of graph. Okay, sorry, this is a slightly tilted. Now it's okay. Basically, he's saying 0 to pi by 2. So 0 here, and I take pi by 2 here. And the middle, if I divide pi by 2 by 2, I get pi by 4. Again, divide by 2, I get pi by 8. So pi by 8. And pi by this gap is pi by 8. This is a pi by 8. So what is the number if I add pi by 8 here? So 3 pi by 8. Now, students, we are going to plug in first equation y is equals to secant. So 1 over cos double x. When I plug in 0 in the place, I get a 1, so 1 value is here. And when I plug in pi by 8 here, so 2 4s are pi by 4. And you can check in calculator like 1 over cos pi by 4 will give us and make sure we must use in radian mode. This is very important. So anyway, this is giving us root 2. In case is a root 2. Root 2 is 1.4, so slightly up. Okay, when I plug in pi by 4 here, so basically pi by 4 is pi by 2. Cos 0 is 1 and 1 by 0 is infinity. So we have to draw asymptote here. At this point, we must draw asymptote here. So this part is clear. So basically graph is going from here and go this way. It continue forever. I hope so clear. Okay, now the meaning part. When you plug in 3 pi by 8 here. So 3 pi by 8. So we are getting because 3 pi by 8 is approximately 2.6, 2 by 1 over 3 pi by 8. So we are getting a value here. If I check it once again, 3, 1 plus 1 over, and times 2 also we have. So it tends to be negative number, somehow negative 1.4 here. And this part is very clear. And when I plug in pi by 2 here, so naturally this 2 will cancel with that cos pi. And cos pi is, it's, if you check it in calculator, the other value even. So what happens if I type here pi by 2? So it giving us negative 1. So I make this the value slightly down and negative 1 because here positive 1, so here negative 1. So sum here. So it means basically graph is going like this. Okay, now this is done. Let's talk about the other graph. So y is equals to negative e to power x. So this one, because here is not a problem of infinity or something else, I can type this in calculator, and I use calculator for this purpose. I use a function of the table, you know very well, and I just type it negative times 2 exponential and so power x. So start from where? Yeah, missing. Oh, okay. So wait a minute. Okay. And starts from where? Start from 0 and ending where? Ending pi by 2 because the last value, and gap how much? Pi by 8, I said before. So we get these values. You can see, students. So if I check it in decimals, we replace this button, or you can find this in decimal values even. We can this one negative 1.4, other value is negative, this one negative. So you can see all values are coming in negative. You can see all values coming in negative. So I'm going to sketch these all points and negative 4.8. So now students, let's start. And table function we used already, I have shown. So I'm going to sketch here. Okay, so values I'm getting here in negative is, first value is negative 1.48, which is slightly here. Okay, I make it in different color. So negative 1.4 here against 0. And against the other point, negative, it is a, first value was negative 1, and now it is a negative 2. Okay, it's going slightly down. Next point is slightly down. Next point is down, slightly down. And last point is, it means continue like this. So this is not a straight line. Basically, this is a curve. And you know very well, let me make again these points. I have to make a slightly bend. Anyway, but I think you understood well how I got this curve. So this curve is intersecting the curve at one point. You have to put a cross or label it or make a circle, and that is now it shows that, hence proved secant double x negative es per x has one root in the interval 0 to pi by 2. This is very important to say, I hope so. Point is very clear. By calculation, this root lies between 0.91. Now, more accurate, okay, we are going to get the answer. So, what to do? Two options: you bring this here or bring it this on the other side. Both are okay. And I'm giving this name. So, I'm writing secant double x positive e to power x, because this negative goes there, sign will change. Now, student, what to do? How many x values? I will leave empty spaces. You can see clearly. And I have to do what, students? I have to plug in one time this 0.9. I can show you 0.9, 0.9, 0.9, and one time 111. And now we have to type in calculator. So when I type secant, secant, we can't do like this. So what to do? 1 over. You see 1 over. It means 1 over cos and 2 times 2, 0.9. Same here, students, because we cannot type in calculator. So 1 over cos 2 times 2, 1. So let's try to check the values. So when I type the first value, cos 2 times 2.9 and positive e to power 0.9. So I'm getting negative 1.941 or 2. And when I replace each x value by 1, then I'm getting positive 0.315. And as sign changes, so write a statement here: as sign changes. So root lies between 0.9 and 1. Very interesting part. If I just show a graphical explanation, you may understand better. And what is that point? For example, this is a curve and this is 0.9 and here it is 1. At 0.9, we have negative value. At 0.1, you have positive value. As a sign changes, so this point is called basically root. So if a total curve is above or below, so they will not change the sign. It means no intersection with x-axis. So that is why I hope so the point is very clear. And let's go for the next part of this question. And next part of question is show that in the sequence of values given by iterative formula, this one, so it converges to the root on the part number A. Basically, we have to first remove subscripts. So remove subscript. This word is not important to write. Anyway, I got this one, half times 2 cos inverse and negative e to power negative x. Basically, I remove all these n's and n plus 1. Now, 2 will multiply there. I got 2x. Cos inverse will go there, become cos. So if if I bring this here, or I can say bring both values flipped, left side and right side. So it will come this form. Okay, look on top. It is possible if A equal to B, we can write 1 by A equal to 1 by B. This is called flipping. Anyway, now students, 1 by cos is basically secant. And here if I bring it up, the power sign will change. We got a positive x. And what he was saying, equation number one. So see equation number one, what we have, secant double x equals to this one. And we have proved, if you look at carefully, so now we write the same statement. Yes, it converges. It converges to the root of equation in part A. Okay, let's talk about this other part. Use a iterative formula for the part C to calculate the x value 3dp and give each answer 5 decimal places. So we have to go for, look, check it now. So top equation I will use. So I'm writing, okay, or best idea, copy paste from here. Okay. So I bring the subscripts here n plus 1 and here n. First of all, I will replace every n by 1. So it will turn to be 1 plus 1 will give us 2. And half time to cos inverse negative, this is negative x1. But thing is that, do you have x1 value given? No, not given. If not given, what we do? We will do, take the average on the previous page. If you remember, we have done this a calculation that root lies between these 2 points. So we will take average of 0.9 and 1. 0.9 and 1. So we'll take 0.9 and 1. So it will give me the x1 value 0.95. I hope so. Point is clear. And now, students, what to do onwards? So I will use this 0.95 in the place of x1. So I'm erasing it. I'm using it now here. So 0.95. It will give me x2 value. Now again, it's a matter of typing in calculator. So half into cos inverse, negative, and times 2 exponential. Its a power is negative 0.95. So it is okay. It's giving me what, student? 0.983945. But he said 3 dp, but 5 dp he said. This is 5 dp. Check it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So last digit not required. I will make it this 5. And now this value, I'm going to replace it here. But first I'm saying here n is equals to 2. So x3 will be naturally half, because I plug in 2 here and 2 here, I will get this kind of form, but x2 replaced by this number. So negative 0.98395. So let's see what answer I get now. And so answer is half into cos inverse negative power is 0.98395. And let me check once again. His values becomes 0.97697. Okay, I think point is very clear. And what I'm going to do now, again, n3 and x4 will give you half cos inverse negative e to power. Now this value will come here. So negative 0.97697. So what value I get now? Okay. So if I check it in an equation, I'm getting 9, basically 9,97697. So I'm getting this time 0.97838. So we have to keep our eye on 3dp. Okay. Is start matching or not? Two digits are matching now, but third is still not match. Okay. So we have to go one more step. Let's see what happens then. X phi 1 over 2 negative e to power negative 0.97838. And if I type this now, 978 and 38, the answer is turned to be 0.97809. Now see, there's 3 digits are start matching. Just for confirmation, I'll do one last step and then close a question. Now I'm going to plug in this number, 7809. So X6 will become what? 7809. So I'm getting 0.97815. You see, now 3 digits are totally match. Even the 4th digit is not that much big, so we cannot round. We cannot round, so 0.978 because he said us to make a 3dp. And I hope so the concept of the question is completely clear. Question number 10, students, we have do partial fraction. How we can do, first of all, check it. Highest power is 3, and here x squared into x will give you also 3. So this is a x to power 3 over x to power 3 because they are equal. Is called improper fraction. Improper fraction. Okay. So basically the upper power should be smaller. Okay. So let's start. First of all, I will multiply 3 2s are 6, 3x square, and x times to 2, I get 2x. X times to this, I get x cubed. Right in order, x cubed plus 3x square plus 2x and plus 6. So this, students, I'm going to write outside, and upper part will write inside. X to power 3, no x square, I'm writing 0x square plus 2x and minus 11. So x squared multiply what give you this answer? 1. X cubed plus 3x square plus 2x and plus 6. Sign must change. These two terms cancel. Negative 3x square, negative 17. So students, I think up till here, no difficulty at all. Now after this, students, I will convert into fraction form. But before I tell you, for example, 7 divided by 2. How we can do this one conversion? So 7 inside 2, 2 3s are 6, 1 left. Upper number comes here. This lower number will go in the numerator. This 2 goes down. So this is called mixed fraction. We can convert it. Same story here. What I'm going to do this part. So the top fraction as this one will come here. Plus, and the remainder will go in the numerator. And the divisor outside, this will go in denominator. Okay, rather than writing this one, I will write not this, I will write this fraction. So I think point is very clear. So 3 plus x and 2 plus x square. So this is done. Now I hope so the concept is very clear. how I have converted. So this is done. This is done, and I call this as equation number 1. Now I'm considering this part only, students, and this negative I can bring outside as well to make question easier. So I can say 1 minus 3x square plus 17 over 3 plus x and 2 plus x square. So this part is clear. I have labeled this equation as 1. This is extra work to understand the concept. So what to do, students, afterwards? I will take this part only. This is basically a value. I will say let 3x square plus 17 over 3 plus x and 2 plus x square is equals to b by linear factor 3 plus x and cx plus d by quadratic factor, because quadratic means power 2. So students, what to do onwards? I will multiply whole equation with this. So when I multiply with this complete facts will cancel out. I will get 3x square plus 17. When I multiply with this, so this will cancel with, and this will stay beside of b. So b times 2 plus x square. And when I multiply with this, so this will cancel with this, and this multiplies with that. So I hope so point is clear. Cx plus d times 3 plus x. After this, student, what to do? I have two factors, linear and quadratic. Linear part, I will plug in equals to 0. 3 plus x is equal to 0. I get x is equal to negative 3. So put in whole equation, x is equals to negative 3. So when I plug in negative 3 here, so what I'm getting here, 3 square 9, 927, and 27 after 27 plus 17. Okay, I get a 44. 3 square 927. Yeah, 44. I get 44 here. When I plug in negative 3 here, 3 square is 9 plus 2, 11b. And this is because I considered this whole part 0. So that is why when I plug in x value negative 3, we get a 0. So it's completely 0. So I think point is clear. So we can get b value is 4. B value is 4. Okay, after this, we can go for next. Okay, is it possible? Can I plug in the other part? I mean, can I plug in this quadratic part equal to 0? No way. So I have to plug in any random number then, and best ideal number is 0. So when I plug in 0 here, we are getting 17. When I plug in 0 here, so only 2b left behind. When I plug in 0 here and 0 here, sorry, once again, 0 here and 0. So 3 ones are 3, 3 ones are, sorry, there's a D actually, there's a D. So when I plug in 0 here and 0 here, I get a 3D. So just once again, see that 0, 0, yeah, 3D is coming with us, 3D. Now B4 multiplies here, 4 2s are 8 is of 8. 17 equal to 8 plus 3D. And if 8 subtracted, so I got a 9 is equal to 3D. And D becomes 3. Now I have plug in two pairs. Now I plug in one more pair because I need C value. Any number, but not these two numbers. So I think best number is 1 after this. So when I plug in 1 here, I get a 20 to 0. When I plug in 1 here, 1 squared 1 plus 2b, I got a 3b from here. And when I plug in 1 here and 1 here, so basically I'm getting c plus d and 4. So now I'm going to plug in the values further. So 20 is equal to 3b, and 3 4s are 12 because this 4 comes here. So I'm getting 12. And d is 3 here. So I got 4c plus 12. 12 and 12, 24 goes there. I get from here negative 4c is equals to negative 4, and c becomes minus 1. So I hope so clear. First of all, I will plug in all three values in this equation, and then I will put this equation in this place. So finally, what I get the answer, because make sure outside minus sign. So I'm writing final form directly. 1 minus this 4 goes here, and I'm getting here 4 over 3 plus x. And this minus will make this also minus. So minus. And C and D will go there. C value is this minus 1 minus x, and D value is 3 over 2 plus x square. So I hope so this point is very clear, and we have reached on this decision. Okay, after this, what to do? Once again, just keep my eye on a sign issue. Sign may be create a problem, but I think this is okay. C value is negative 1, so negative stays here. And this negative comes due to this negative sign. Yeah, that is okay. And then later on, I can do this part is done. So this okay, this completely done. This is over. But most probably this part will utilize because this was a part A. So I'm copying from here and I'm moving on next page. Next page we talk about, so we have here in this page, on this page, what he's asking for. He is asking for, so we need to find, including x square, we have to expand. So we have to expand till x square, keep our eye here. But can we expand directly? No, we have to rearrange. And what's the criteria of rearrangement? So we are bound to have one here and one here. How to get one, students? So I have to take common out. 3 common from here, 1 plus x by 3. And how to take common here? So I can take 2 common. I got 1 plus x squared by 2. So this part is clear, student. Now I just bring it up. So this is remains same here, and this will go up. And this is negative half, and I get negative x plus 3 and 1 plus x to power 2 by 2 to power minus 1. Okay, students, now I have to expand 4 over 3. What is the formula? If you want to expand 1 plus b to power n, okay? So what is formula? 1 plus nb plus n into n minus 1 over 2 factorial into square of b. So this formula till highest power 2 we are going to expand. So let's try to do it. So first of all, 1. 1. nb means this with this. So I'm going to write here negative 1, or I can write here plus, we have after plus. So x and nb, n is minus 1 and b is x over 3. And then what is the next formula? N is minus 1. So minus 1 into minus 1 over 2 factorial into square of x over 3. This is done. No need to go further. What about the other part? So negative x plus 3. And here I have to expand first two terms only because x square is already involved there. So it means first two terms enough for it. So I'm going to write 1 plus nb. 1 plus nb. So when I apply here 1 plus nb, so what will happen? 1 plus nb. N is minus 1 and b is x square mm, x square by 2. I think this part is clear. Okay. Now I'm going to finalize the answer. 1 minus 4 over 3 in the bracket 1 minus x over 3. And what about this negative 2 and negative positive 2? This cancel out. You can say they cancel out like this. And I got x square over 9. Now what about the other part? We are close. 1 minus x squared by 2. Now we have to complete This formula I'm not erasing. Okay, 1 minus this multiply inside all values, negative 4 over 3 plus 4x over 9 and negative 4x cube square over 27. And this is, we have to do carefully. First, these four values multiply each other. We are getting negative x plus x cubed by 2 and plus 3 and minus 3x squared by 2. Open further, 1 minus over 3 and positive 4x over 9 and minus 4x squared over 27. Positive half x and negative 1 over 4x cubed and negative 3 over 2 and positive 3 over 4x squared. How many values, students, we have? This without x, these two value without x. And if I check it, 1 minus 4 over 3 and minus 3 over 2. So I'm getting here negative 11 by 6. Negative 11 by 6. Okay. Now, students, I'm dealing x values. X value is this, x value is this, and no more x value. So 4 over 9 plus 1 over 2, and I'm getting here 17 by 18x. 17 by 18x. Okay. And last value x squared, this x squared, and this x squared. So I'm writing negative 4 over 27 because I must take negative sign, and plus 3 over 4. And answer is coming with me is positive 65 over 108 x to power 2. X cube not required. So he was asking and we have done it. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Question number 11, students, we have. Question number 11, students, we have. And we have to find line M passes through point A and B. And we have given OA, OB, OC, and OD. So how to get equation of line? So I'm writing here R is equals to, I have two ways, OA plus lambda times 2AB, correct? Or second option, I can take R is equals to OB plus lambda times 2BA. Okay, I can use any one, but I'm using the lower one. And where's OB? OB is 041. And what is a BA? BA value, if I find separate, so OA minus OB. This is a minus, sorry, the minus sign. Okay. So OA minus OB, this is my answer. O is 153 and 041. And I'm getting 1, 1, and I'm getting 2. This is a BA value, which I'm going to plug in it here. So I got a 1, 1, 2. So equation of line done. Same manner, okay, this part is, first part is done. Second part, find the position vector of the line in section M and line passes through point CD. Okay, it means we have two lines. One line is passing through AB, which we have already, and one for CD. So same way we can make it. R is equals to OC plus lambda times 2 CD. Okay, and okay, so I can go for that way. So what is the way we can make it? R is equal to OC here. Lambda is already used, so I'm using a different variable here. I can use T, I can use mu, no problem. I use T here. Okay, OC is what, students? So 1 minus 3 and 1. And CD is, you know very well, OD minus OC. So this minus that. So 3 minus 1, I'm getting 2. Minus 5 plus 3, I got a negative 2. And 4 minus 1, I get a 3. I think this part is clear. And now because we have to talk about intersections, so first of all, I will convert in standard forms. How to convert standard forms? Okay, and put them equals to each other. R is equal to R. So basically lambda multiply inside with add with all these values. So lambda into 1, lambda plus 0. So I'm getting here 0 plus lambda. Okay, what about this? 4 plus lambda and 1 plus 2 lambda. This is a one line, line L, and now line M, sorry, and now CD line. So I can do the same process here, this 2t and plus 1. So I'm getting here 1 plus 2t and negative 3, negative 2t and 1 plus 3t. So I'm having here three equations. So first I compare this one. So I can say 0 plus lambda is equal to 1 plus 2t. Basically, I'm writing all three equations. And last one we have as well. Rearrange and rearrange and rearrange. So I'm getting here lambda minus 2t is equals to 1, equation number 1. Second equation, I'm getting here lambda plus 2t and equals to negative 7. Let me check once again. Is a 4. 4, yeah, 0, 4, 1, correct. Okay, so now equation number 2, third equation. I'm writing 2 lambda minus 3t is equals to 0. Equation number 3. So I'm using any two equations. I'm using 1, 2. So I'm copying and pasting the top two equations and solving the values. Okay. All right. So 2t cancel, 2 lambda is equals to negative 6 and lambda becomes negative 3. This lambda value I can plug in any one of top two equations and get it. So if I plug in the negative 3, negative 2t equals to 1, negative 2t is equals to 4 and t becomes a negative 2. Let me recheck. There's a 4. Yes, correct. Now I'm using the checking purpose. What is the checking? Checking way is which equation is untouched. So both values put there. If left, right match, it means they intersect. So let's try do it. 2 lambda minus 3t is equal to 0. And lambda is negative 3 and this is negative 2. So here I got negative 6, here positive 6 and 0, 0 match. If they match, we can say that they do intersect. And I hope so the concept is clear. And we have done this one. Okay, so this is done. So I think this part is clear. And we can find easily. Now question comes with us how to find intersection points. Okay, so this either t value you plug in it here or a lambda value plug in it here, we get the answer. So I'm writing here he was asking position vector of intersection. So position vector, okay, of intersection, I'm writing r is equals to, so when I plug in this value lambda here negative 3. So I'm getting here negative 3. So when I plug in this here, I get a 1. And when I plug in here negative 6, I got negative 5. So I hope so the point of the question concept is very, very clear. And we have done this. And now we can go for next part of the question. Next part of the question we have find the position vector of the foot of perpendicular from C to line M. So C is a point and M is a line. So basically we have to find out this is a 90 degree, this foot of perpendicular. So line M I'm looking for. Line M is what we have. We can take this as a line M. So I'm going to take from here and copy from here. And I'm using it now here. So get ready and have a look. There's a line. And when it's standard form conversion, I get a 0 plus, I'm writing lambda directly, no problem at all. And 4 plus lambda and 1 plus 2 lambda. Basically, when I convert standard form, it represents million trillion points lie on line L. So this line M. So I can say this also representing F coordinates. So lambda
and 4 plus lambda, and 1 plus 2 lambda. So this is the OF, and now I'm looking for CF vector. How to get CF vector? CF vector, OF minus OC. Here I copy the OF vector, which is a copy and paste here. Okay, here minus OC, and here I'll get the answer. What is C coordinate? Go back. C coordinate 1 minus 3, 1. 1 minus 3 and 1. So 1 minus 3 and 1. So, okay, I'm getting lambda minus 1. I'm getting 7 plus lambda, or lambda plus 7, same thing. And I'm getting here 2 lambda. This is those 2 lambda only. 2 lambda only. Okay. So, what is the basic criteria? CF and line direction. Let me tell you, CF is perpendicular to the line. So CF dot line direction is this one. So is equal to 0. So it means I am taking the CF from there, lambda minus 1, lambda plus 7, and 2 lambda. Dot product with this 1, 1, 2 equal to 0. I got lambda minus 1 and plus lambda plus 7 and plus 4 lambda is equal to 0. So I got 4 plus 5, 6, 6 lambda. And this I got a plus 6 goes there, negative 6, and lambda becomes minus 1. But he said, give me foot of perpendicular. So it means I'm going to put this in here. So foot of perpendicular is very clear. Answer is negative 1 and 3. And I'm getting here finally negative 1. So I think the point is very clear how I got the coordinates of a foot of perpendicular. I hope so. The point of the concept is very, very and question paper is completely over. And best of luck for the upcoming exam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa